Eating out is a huge way how God's people spend up a lot of his money. So you need to stop spending and start sending. Now, if you're going to go eat out at a restaurant, which the majority of people in the Western world and even in the developing world, many people do frequently and commonly go eat out instead of eating in, which would be to go spend extra money for the convenience of someone else cooking for you at a much higher price, and probably going to be less quality food typically than you would normally eat. And so what typically happens is that usually once a week, maybe even several times a week, if not only once a month, people are going to go out to a restaurant and they're going to spend, and say in the Western world, if it's one person, $10, $15, $20 per person. And if they're going with their entire family or with even a bigger group, even friends, they're going to spend much, much more money than that. And it's all for one meal, which they're classically, or at least in the majority case, are going to be eating at least 2 or 3 of those meals a day. So that's not going to be the only time they eat. And yet people eat out frequently. Now, this is one of the big ways that you could save money for missions. People say they don't have any money for missions, but they have so much money for their stomachs, because the Bible says of wicked people, their God is their belly. The Bible says in the days of Noah, people were eating and drinking. Now, we don't want to be like those people when Jesus comes again and he finds us eating and drinking with the drunken. What you should do in order to get more money for missions is that you take all those times that you go out during the month to eat at a restaurant. And you should say, how much do I typically spend each time at a restaurant? And then you chop one of those in a month. Just choose one of those times and you say, I'm not going to eat out this time on this week. And we're going to take those $10, $20, $30, $40 and I'm going to send it to the mission field. It's just a simple way to be able to save more money for the mission field, to reduce the luxury in your life and increase the legacy in eternity, so that you can have treasures in heaven by just choosing one day out of the month to not eat out when you normally would have eaten out, and instead spend that money in the furtherance of the gospel, so that way people can eat bread in the kingdom of heaven with you.